Live from Charlotte, this is WBTV News on your side.
New tonight, the parents of a missing 11-year-old from Cornelius have been indicted. We have the latest on the search for Madalina Kojikari. Plus,
I'm not a crier, but I've never cried so hard in my life, man.
we are hearing from Damar Hamlin's uncle about the latest on his condition one day after the NFL player collapsed on the field mid-game. And a 21-year-old has started a foundation in her sister's honor after she was killed by a drunk driver. How she's now using this foundation to help keep others safe during this holiday. Good evening and thanks for joining us here tonight at 11 o'clock. I'm Molly Grantham. We're going to get to those headlines in just a moment. But first, we want to talk about this first alert weather day. Nasty night tonight going into tomorrow. We have heavy rain in parts of our area right now. In the morning, during the commute, the bus stops, you're going to see even more rain and some storms. Meteorologist Rachel Coulter live right now with the certified most accurate forecast. Rachel.
Yes, the rain we've been talking about for about a week now, issuing those first alert weather days to give you plenty of time to plan. Of course, we're dealing with 2 rounds of rain and thunderstorms, the first of which is moving overhead as we speak. We had a few gusty storms knock down some trees in Watauga County and down towards the Mooresville area so far tonight. You may hear a few rumbles of thunder overnight tonight. Certainly still dealing with some of those rain impacts, but the next best chance for storms, that's going to be heading into your Wednesday. So our first alert weather day will continue at least until the afternoon hours. There's a look at your first alert radar network right now, and you can see all of that activity that we have over a good portion of our area, including the Charlotte Metro and up towards Greensboro, down towards Columbia, where they're seeing some more of the stronger storms at this point. Let's zoom in a little bit closer to home. I'll isolate our WBTV radar there with scan in the red, and you can see a lot of the shower activity mainly along and east of I-77 and I-85. So Kannapolis, Concord still dealing with some steady rainfall, Albemarle all the way through Union County, Weddington, and even into some of our South Carolina counties. Still seeing a good deal of rainfall, steady rain filling into Lancaster County at this time. In terms of what we're seeing temperature-wise, and this is after topping out in the low 70s in Charlotte, we were 2 degrees shy of a record, sitting at 72 degrees this afternoon. Back to the upper 50s for some of our central and northwestern counties, still in the low to mid 60s to the south and east. These temperatures won't move all that much. We're going to be back into the upper 60s tomorrow, but of course the rain chances are going to be really climbing, especially by the mid-morning hours through the middle of the day, hanging on into the afternoon hours, and finally the coverage will decrease from there. We do have the potential for some stronger storms. I'm going to outline where I think we have the best chance at seeing some severe weather, what the impacts are going to be, and what the temperatures look like heading into the weekend in just a few minutes, Molly.
Rachel, thank you. New now at 11 o'clock, Madalina Kojikari's mother and stepfather have been indicted by a grand jury. It's been 43 days since the 11-year-old from Cornelius was last seen. The FBI has been searching for her for weeks. Our Brandon Hamilton is live right now. Brandon, you've been looking into this story for weeks. What does the indictment say?
It said, Molly, that both Diana Kojikari and Christopher Palmer were indicted by a grand jury for failing to report Madalina's disappearance to law enforcement. Now, they were facing these charges, but obviously today it takes it to another level. And all of this coming just hours after we've learned why documents in this investigation have been sealed. Tuesday, a Mecklenburg County grand jury agreed Diana Kojikari and Christopher Palmer failed to report the disappearance of Madalina Kojikari. The 11-year-old was last seen getting off her school bus on November the 21st.
This is a serious case of a child whose parents clearly are not telling us everything they know.
That was Cornelius PD Captain Jennifer Thompson last week. The department says it has followed nearly 250 leads locally and across the country. Tuesday night, WBTV also learned why records related to Madalina's disappearance have been sealed. According to the court order, investigators obtained search warrants for cell phone records, Palmer's mobile device, and to search their home. It says, quote, the search warrant affidavits are extremely detailed and contain many facts not available to the public. The order also states if the warrants were released, media attention could interfere with both Diana Kojikari and Palmer's right to a fair trial and could interfere with investigation efforts. So, with few facts and lots of concern, the nationwide search to find Madalina continues.
In a missing child investigation, every second counts. Unfortunately, in this case, it was more than 3 weeks before our department was notified she was missing. Despite being hampered by the timeline, we are doing everything possible to find her.
And Molly, tonight we've learned that Diana Kojikari's next court appearance is set for next Monday. That is January the 9th. As far as for Christopher Palmeter, his court appearance is January the 19th. We're live outside the Cornelius Police Department. Brandon Hamilton, WBTV, on your side.
Brandon, thank you. We have new details on another big story we've been following, that deadly construction accident near uptown Charlotte yesterday. The Charlotte Metrolina Labor Council and several other trade unions are offering their condolences tonight. 3 workers were killed and 2 others were hurt when scaffolding collapsed yesterday morning on East Moorhead Street near Euclid Avenue in Dilworth. The statement reads in part, quote, "Employers must take all necessary steps to ensure all workers can return safely to their families each night. Unfortunate incidents like this remind us how dangerous construction can be. That's why the struggle continues to make all work sites as safe as possible." The workers killed in the accident have not yet been officially identified. The cause of the scaffolding collapse remains under investigation. Tonight, we're hearing from Damar Hamlin's uncle. The Buffalo Bills player was tackled by a Cincinnati Bengals player last night. He stood up and then collapsed on the field during Monday Night Football. He went into cardiac arrest and remains in a Cincinnati hospital in critical condition. Tonight, his uncle said he was watching the game from home with Hamlin's little brother when it all played out on live TV.
Man, we were all in tears, man, and I'm not a crier, but like I've never cried so hard in my life, man. Just to know like my nephew basically died on the field and they brought him back to life. I mean, that's just heartbreaking, and to see all those grown men crying and all the emotion, man, it really was a gut punch, man.
A vigil was held tonight outside the hospital at the exact time Hamlin collapsed 24 hours before. Bengals fans said they wanted to come together to show their support for the Bills and for Hamlin, and they held a moment of silence. Coming up in just a few minutes, we're going to hear from a medic here in Mecklenburg County about why it's important to learn CPR and what has changed in the procedure since you might have been certified. New though, right now at 11 o'clock, making good come from the awful. Tonight, a special update to a wreck in 2020 that killed a teenager from Charlotte. Her twin was with her in the car when an accused drunk driver in Spartanburg County slammed into them. Ever since, Mallory Stokes has been trying to honor her sister Mia, and this past New Year's Eve did so by helping others get home safely. Our Nikki Hauser is live here in the studio with a story you're only going to see on WBTV. Nikki.
Yeah, Molly, the Mia Stokes Foundation gave Mallory, the surviving sister, a focus and a way to cope and also keep Mia close to her heart. Her mission in all of this and informing that foundation has spread across the country, and last week she raised thousands of dollars to buy Uber and Lyft gift cards to give to people so that they wouldn't be getting behind the wheel after drinking.
And so that's kind of how it started.
As the head of her own foundation at 21 years old,
This was our most popular one.
selling thousands of dollars worth of personalized clothing,
This one,
Mallory Stokes is motivated and impressive.
I never expected it to go as crazy as it has.
Even more so when you learn who she's doing it for. Almost 3 years ago, on February 7th, 2020, Mallory lost her twin sister Mia in a car accident in Spartanburg County. An accused drunk driver crashed into these Charlotte twins with 2 other friends also inside. Mallory and her softball teammate Devin Royce survived. Mia and another teammate, Grace Revels, did not.
I mean, it's tough, especially survivor's guilt is still huge. Like, why her, not me?
Mallory created the Mia Stokes Foundation in 2021, making sweatshirts, hats, and other gear marked with Mia's own handwriting to keep the God goal she made to spread the word of Jesus. She's raised $94,000 so far, close to 6 figures, with every penny going towards organizations Mia cared about, or ones that help curb drunk driving, like Mothers Against Drunk Driving.
It would be really easy for her to just give up and just kind of stay at the house and not really do anything. But she's kind of taken this dark time and turned it into a really bright spot for everybody in the house.
Last week, Mallory raised nearly $10,000 to give $25 Uber and Lyft gift cards to people to encourage them to get a safe ride home.
It means so much to us that people love her enough or they care enough to help us, make an impact in some way.
And in the future, Mallory plans to release more shirts and keep that foundation going. The family is also waiting on the trial for the accused drunk driver, but they tell me that it's been pushed back 5 times since 2022, and they don't have a set date as of now. So we will keep you updated on what comes out of that. Molly?
Okay, Nikki Hauser. Good story tonight, Nikki. Thank you. If you liked one of those shirts, you can get one through the Mia Stokes Foundation. We do have a link right now on our website, WBTV.com. Next, here at 11 o'clock, the new Congress has adjourned for the night without a House Speaker. No House business can be done until there is a speaker. We have the latest on today's voting and what you can expect tomorrow. Rachel?
And our first round of rain continues to impact a large portion of the area as we head into the overnight period. Another round of rain and even some stronger storms is on the way for our Wednesday.
You're watching Charlotte's Best and most trusted news at 11 o'clock. We'll be right back.